Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. I know I have been gone for quite a while, but I should be back hopefully for some more uploads. Here's the format for today then. It's qualifying 10 minutes and then 3 sprint races which are all 10 minutes each. First one being the grid from quali, the second one being reverse of quali, and then the last one being a completely random grid. Now in qualifying, here we go. For the start of qualifying I had kart 10, which was an okay kart, not the best, it was a bit bouncy, but here we are just behind Jake Tyndall who had kart 3. Obviously we knew kart 3 was a decent kart already before this race, and yeah, he put in a good lap time as well. He just slotted in behind me. This was my fastest lap, which wasn't the fastest that I've done. I think this was the most I could have extracted out of this kart, just because it wasn't the absolute best. It was struggling a bit on straights as well compared to 3. Got a really nice X out of teardrop there. Driver lets us through there on the right as we come into the double apex now. Hit them nicely. Just not the absolute best, as you can see on this lap. I knew it was a decent lap because we closed right up behind Jake, so we decided to just fully go over the line, bump him slightly, and we go into P5 with 45.8, which wasn't the best lap, but we slot ourselves up into P5. Here we are gridding up for the first race, for the first sprint, and yeah, obviously slotted up into P5. In first we've got Matt Aston, we've got Angus, Harvey, Paige, and then me. But here come the lights shortly. Right, lights out, lights go green, and we're underway. Paige gets a really good launch, but we just managed to get up her inside and we push ourselves up into P4, but her kart just has a better exit. We have Jake's kart from the last one, and he has mine from the last one, so I've got 3 and he's got 10, but we move ourselves up into P4 in this first race. Harvey's got kart 16, which is known to be the fastest kart at the moment. He tries to go around the outside of Angus in 17, but it just doesn't happen. It's very rare you're going to see a move happen there, and I tell Paige, let's work together to try and close up on these two. As we're coming towards teardrop now, yeah, decent exit out of theirs, but we hit the barrier on the exit, and we look behind just to make sure Paige isn't too close, and Harvey is chasing after Angus still, and yeah, coming by the end of lap 1 we've made 1 position up and do a 48 dead, which is not a good time really. But anyway, we're going to move over onto lap 3, which is when we get to see Harvey finally make an overtake as he goes up the inside on the exit of teardrop, and he gets past Angus for P2 in the race. It was a really good move from him, so that's why I decided to put it in, give him a bit of content. And yeah, we're going to skip to lap 10 because nothing really happened for those 7 laps. I was literally just sat behind Angus, who was defending. So we're going to come up to lap 11 now. We do a 46.1, our best being a 46.0. Try and get a bit of fume in DRS up the ramp, which gained a little bit because he's slightly slower in 17 because it's a really shit car. Get a nice X out of 4. Try and take a different line to him because he's going defensive, and he keeps checking behind him just to make sure the gaps stayed the same. So we're going to try and get human DRS again. You can see it's actually making us gain a little bit on the ramps, right on the rear of his kart now. As we come into teardrop again, nice X out of there. He goes a little bit different and he's taking it differently. So we're going to use this opportunity. We're going to try and move up the inside. It's not 100% on. We tap him in the rear, but we get ourselves up into 3rd position. Coming towards the final 2 laps of this race, then we move ourselves up into 3rd place. Wasn't the cleanest of moves, but it had to be made at some point. And we're going to skip along to the final lap on the final corner as the checker flag gets waved and we come across the line in P3 from P5, and that was a brilliant result. So now just a sigh of relief really as we come into the next race. Getting our helmets checked and finding out our karts, just to find out we get kart 8, which is literally one of the worst karts in the fleet. It just has no acceleration really, it's just really slow. When it crawls, there's Matas content waving at us. Here come the lights. It's lights out and away we go. We get a really good start, get ahead of Paige. This is the reverse grid of qualifying, so we are like in P12, but we did qualify in 5th. We go up the inside of Thomas, which works out really well for us. We're side by side coming towards turn 4. Jake tries to make an optimistic move, goes into that driver there. We try and hang it around the outside. He tries to let that driver back through, but because it's so bunched up, we managed to hang on to P11 and force Thomas to the outside line there. But nothing really happened in this reverse race. I kind of just stayed in the same position, so this is going to be really short. Coming into teardrop now, yeah. Car 8, yeah, you can just see Jake's just literally pulling away in a straight, like by so much. It was just ridiculous. Car 8's just not a really good car at all. As we come across the line now, and we do a 49.3. We're going to skip pretty much towards the end because nothing happened. As we skip to lap 11, we come into turn 4 and look behind us, see Matas, and we come into turn 5 and Matas sends it up the inside and overtakes us for P11. He had car 14, so I knew the dive bomb was going to come at some point because I had him behind me and I was very slow in this car. Couldn't really do anything. Coming across the line in P12 then on the last lap, we do a 46.3 as our best lap, which is not the greatest of laps. As now we're coming to the final race now, and we find out we've got car 16, which is the best car of the fleet. So we've gone from having the worst car to the absolute best car. 16 was on fire tonight, and I set another fastest lap. Bit of banditry there, as we find out we're starting second on the random grid, which is really good because usually in random grids, if you've seen the Top Gun videos, we usually start towards the back. Anyway, it's lights out and away we go. We get a really good launch from second and we don't get overtaken by Matas, so we managed to keep P2, put our hands up to say, come on, I've got P2 now and I'm going to hold it. And Thomas has got car 12, which is a decent car, but 16 has just got a ridiculous straight line speed compared to any other car, so there's just no competition there. I'm sure it's been turned down now, but it was ridiculously quick. Like you can see up the ramp there, I was just getting so much on Thomas because it's just so rapid down there. We get a nice exit out of teardrop here. He goes a little bit wider. We try and look for the gap, see if it's there, and it's not there. We check behind to see where Matas is, so we just close back in. And we save an overtake just for now, but we're not going to give up just yet. It's only the first lap, and coming towards the line, we set a 47.2, so that's the fastest first lap we've done so far. And you can see up the ramps, I just gained so much in car 16 because it's just so ridiculously quick. And I'm going to see if we can look for a move at turn 5, but it gets blocked off by Thomas. Really good at defending at this moment in time. And we're going to stick behind him again. You can see up the ramps again, I'm literally bumping him because it's just so quick up ramps. We come towards teardrop now, get a nice exit out of here. He goes wider again, so we try and look again for the opportunity, but once again we're going to back out of it because we just don't want to make another silly move like we did on Angus. Now charging towards the line again to start lap 3. Look behind, Matas is still on our tail, mind you, he does have car 3 as well. We do a 46.1 on that last lap, and we're closing again because it's just ridiculously quick. And I'm going to see if we can line up a move at turn 5. We're a little bit too far back, so I'll go defensive slightly just in case Matas thinks about sending a move there. And we've lost a bit of ground there, but as you can see on the ramps again, he's just going to literally just close this straight back up again. We come towards teardrop once again then. We get a nice exit out of here. Thomas goes a little bit wider and gets a little bit of a swing, and we're side by side with him coming towards the double apex, and we go up the inside and move ourselves up into P1 then. So we take the lead of the race in the Heat Seeker random grid, and we come across the line and we do a 45.9, first 45 of the evening, which was an okay lap I guess, but yeah, coming towards turn 4 now, still just going a little bit wider there just to make sure that we cover it off. As we come towards turn 5, we look to our left and see Matas diving down the inside of his dad, Thomas, and gets himself into P2, and he tries to chase us down, but we managed to pull a gap of around 5 seconds or so, and we do a 44 in this session. So enjoy the rest of this race, and I'll see you next time. there we go then. As we cross the line, we do a 44.687, which is one of the fastest laps I've done, and we finish in P1. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.